projects that the city could use help with, because we're having trouble getting the homeowners sufficiently motivated to help us out.
So you're thinking along.
All you have to do is walk one block north or south on Pine and you'll see the problem.
Okay,
And anywhere you see grass touching the asphalt
yeah.
near Broadway, the odds are very good there's actually a concrete curb under there someplace.
Okay, so who do you think we can get in contact for that?
So the side streets would be Eric,
Okay.
but Broadway and Front Street are US highways.
Right.
So that's Department of Transportation.
Okay, is there any city guidelines, permissions, or policies volunteers would need to follow?
Kind of a case-per-case basis.
Yes.
Okay, so bring
Don't
it.
make Eric mad.
That'd probably be the #1 rule.
Perfect.
I don't know that there's I don't know that there's a city garden yet, but I know there was a group, Amanda Domino and I believe
Yeah.
Peter Simon's wife, that are in early meetings to plan on perhaps finding a space or area for that. I don't know that we have space for that in the city currently, but it is something they're exploring, so you could.
Oh, there maybe.
That'd be under Stoke. Stoke has
Amanda?
okay.
Stokes doing that?
Community garden.
Okay, so we could meet up with them. Okay, and then how does the city prefer volunteers to communicate or report completed work?
Probably attend city council
Like
meetings. Yeah. That would be the preferred way, because that way you get to put your report in your own words. If for some reason none of your group could make it, sending an email that could be read into the record would be fine.
Okay.
But truly, the first preference is, because council members get lonely when we don't have people out there. Yes.
And then the last question I have is are there concerns or consideration we should be aware of before moving forward?
Nothing particular comes to mind right now. I would just caution you to always check in before jumping into something.
So I want to emphasize we're here to support and not add a burden. If the idea isn't the right fit, we would sincerely appreciate your guidance on whether community leadership and volunteer energy might be most helpful instead. And then thank you for your time. Thank you for your service and for the care that you show Townsend. We truly appreciate your guidance as we move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. The next item on our agenda is letter support for the Sheriff's Department grant request, and that letter draft is at the back of your packet because I didn't get it to Carrie in time to put it in the order in which everything else is. And Under Sheriff Wood is here to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions? Does it say why we're asking for a grant or anything?
It does.
Oh, it does, okay.
I would certainly be happy to read this draft so that you all hear it. I'm writing this letter on behalf of the City of Townsend. The city strongly supports the Broadwater County Sheriff's Office grant application through the Broadwater County Trust Board to obtain Panasonic Toughbook laptops for use by on-duty deputies. Approval of this grant will significantly enhance communication capabilities between deputies in the field and the Broadwater County 911 Dispatch Center, thereby directly improving public safety and emergency response throughout the county. As you know, Broadwater County encompasses many large rural and recreational areas where citizens regularly engage in outdoor activities such as hiking, hunting, fishing, and camping. Deputies frequently patrol these locations where reliable and durable communications equipment is essential. Panasonic Toughbook laptops are well suited for these conditions and will allow deputies to maintain consistent real-time communication with the 911 center while operating in challenging environments. Deployment of these laptops will improve coordination during emergency incidents by allowing deputies to receive and share critical information more efficiently and reliably. This includes enhanced communication with responding law enforcement units, emergency medical services, fire departments, and search and rescue teams. Improved situational awareness and information sharing will lead to faster response times, better resource allocation, and safer outcomes for both responders and the public. This grant-funded equipment will directly support the mission of the Broadwater County Sheriff's Office by strengthening operational effectiveness, officer safety, and interagency coordination. The investment in Panasonic Toughbook laptops represents a meaningful and necessary step towards modernizing field communications and ensuring deputies are equipped with the tools needed to serve Broadwater County citizens and visitors as they recreate in our wonderful Adventure Awaits areas. The city appreciates your time and consideration of this important request and strongly encourages approval of the Sheriff's Office application.
That's a pretty good letter to read.
Well, I certainly had a good draft to begin with. So, with that, are there any questions? Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, if you're not familiar with, I mean, normally we would budget for this, but this was an unforeseen cost for us that we didn't budget for this year because, I don't know the exact reason, but probably it's a high-tech world there. We bought these 8 years ago, and then Windows 11 came out. We didn't know any better. So our tech people, our IT people came in and said, we can do a patch on your stuff, but you need to replace all your computers like now for $50,000. Like, well, we had no idea. We were just working on a computer, so it didn't work forever, but apparently not. So apparently every 8 years or so, we're going to have to upgrade.
Okay.
But knowing this going forward, hopefully we don't have to ask for grants, but the trust board and Rotary actually stepped up and gave us some money. The trust board it's still in the application process, but
Right.
that's who wants this letter.
Okay, great. With that, council, is there any objection to me signing this letter?
No.
Okay, we will get that sent off to the trust board then.
Okay, or can you just give it to me, because I got a packet I got to give
Oh,
with
absolutely.
7 copies. So
I
that'd probably be
will.
best. You've got my email, right? I think.
I'm sure that I do,
If not,
yes.
I'll swing by.
Yes. We'll get it signed and
I do
scanned
appreciate
and
it.
sent
We
off to
do
you.
appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you for coming in tonight.
We got other stuff to do.
Okay.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great evening.
Hey, next item on the agenda is a tree board watering contract. Pat Berg is here as chairman of the tree board.
Yeah, we've had some warm weather the last several years. Terry Blonick has been watering in December the last 2 years, which was unheard of 20 years ago when we started the watering program. And actually, she should be watering right now with the 60-degree temperatures coming up this week. So I would like the council to consider just changing her tree board watering contract to make it year-long in case weather like this continues to come up. Over the years, we have a chance to water in January, December, February. Normally, we don't start till mid-March, early April in a normal winter, but I can't remember the last time we had a normal winter. Maybe 2011. But so I just like that's the only request I have, just to change the term of the contract.
Okay. The current contract is March through mid-November of each year. And some considerations for council at this point in the fiscal year is that the tree board has, there it is, $5,872 remaining in the current year budget for irrigation services. And their current cash balance is $24,503. As you'll also see in that budget or that status report, There is still remaining $12,000 agriculture and horticulture. That would be for your tree purchases. Is that,
Whatever we need for operating expenses, yeah.
well, it says agriculture and horticulture, $12,000, and none of it has been spent to date. But
Okay,
you're almost out of watering.
I'll check into that.
Okay,
Talk to Carrie about what she puts in that category.
okay. Are there questions from council?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I've had a couple of people ask about how this is funded. You know, is it paid through the water bill, that a portion of it goes to this?
No.
Okay. And another thing is, how much water are they using on average each year to do that? Is the water that they take metered? Do we know any amount, or?
Eric, can you answer that?
I cannot.
Okay, there, we don't have a meter on that.
If she gets her water from the fire department, and if it's 420 gallon tank, you know, she does maybe sometimes 3-4 tanks a day when she's watering. So I don't know what, we've never tracked the total gallons of water that she's used.
So who pays for that water?
It'd be city, right?
And you're watering city trees.
We're watering city trees, so the city would be charging itself. So
Okay.
there is,
These are pit questions
Yeah.
that people ask me,
Yeah.
so I said, we'll ask them.
sure,
And typically, I will come in and ask for a budget request to the tree board to cover Terry's expenses.
for the last several years, council has budgeted $10,000 that is transferred from the general fund into the urban forestry fund.
I attend those meetings.
Okay, just as a reminder, not everybody does.
Council Mayor,
Yes.
the statement about grabbing the water from the fire department, your timing couldn't have been better. We're reviewing the memorandum of understanding between the departments. And one of the aspects that we're considering tonight, or at least introducing to council tonight, is that the fire departments can't use water for any purpose other than emergencies and training without that being accounted for and paid for between the organizations. At a guess, if it came from the city, like a city hydrant, it would be a non-issue.
It
but-
is the city hydrant in front of-
In the fire department.
at the fire
Okay,
department
so
location.
it shouldn't touch on the MOU issues.
No.
Alrighty. I appreciate your patience. It's
Yep.
been complicated enough getting this nailed down.
Sure. Okay, so, any other comments? Yes,
The only
Pat?
other thing is, I'd like to make it as soon as possible, because I'd like to get her out watering the young trees this week. The spring drought is much worse than fall drought. If the tree comes out of dormancy and the soil is dry, it's dead immediately if there's no water for it. In the fall, they can gradually go dormant as the soil dries out. But right now, if they're kicking in, start sucking water to make sap to go up into the tree, if it dries out, they're dead. Nothing we can do about it. So it's real critical for those young trees especially, and we just planted last fall.
Are there, yes.
My only question, Patrick, is are you guys monitoring how many hours that she's working so that you can track if you're gonna go over your budget for the year?
She tracks her hours and all that stuff and reports it to the city every month.
That actually doesn't answer her question.
Well, yeah.
Who's monitoring your budget?
Carrie, city